What's going on, guys? JB Lion back with another video. I am so sorry it's been a little while. As most of you guys know, I have been on holiday. Who follow me on Instagram, I have been on holiday, so that's where I have been. Obviously I haven't uploaded whilst I was away on holiday. I was going to, but then I thought, nah, I'm just going to enjoy it. Obviously we've had a lot happen since I've been on holiday. Before we get into this, let's start off by saying, if you're new around here, please do hit the sub button. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're brand new, hit the bell icon. And yeah, let's just get straight into this video. So whilst I've been on holiday, we've had the FA Cup final, which we did unfortunately lose 1-0, and then we also had the Spurs-Chelsea game, which did happen, which was crazy, which we did win. So hopefully we can get Spurs relegated off us, which was good. But the main one we're talking about today is the preview for Chelsea versus Sunderland, the last game of the season for us. Yeah, let's get into this. Before I start, I have uploaded a video to my Instagram explaining about this lovely book that Classic Football Shirts have sent us for complete free, just because I'm a good loyal customer. So yeah, make sure you go check out my new Instagram story to see about this book, and yeah, make sure you go get yourself a book off them, because it is definitely worth it. But yeah, back to the video. Chelsea versus Sunderland. Obviously we're away from home, which is a big issue to start with, because Sunderland, as we know, are very good at home, and we've been better away from home than we have at home this season, to be fair. So it kind of plays into our favour. But yeah, so going into it, we're going to obviously be hoping for a win, because we just come off the back of a Spurs win. It wasn't a great win for us against Spurs, but we did do well. We had some really good football. We're kind of playing similar football to, I guess you could say, Arsenal. Very defensive, getting a goal and then sort of defending, but very boring, passive football. Obviously this game is huge because it's the last game of the season. We do need to win it to have any chance of Europe, whether that be Conference or Europa. Europe, obviously, there's a lot of talk at the moment around one player in particular, and that's Mr. Enzo Fernandez, kind of wanting to leave the club by the sounds of it, saying he wants to move on in the summer. It's best for both parties, which is a bit frustrating, really, because you do think that maybe you would, if you're Enzo Fernandez, you would say to the reporters, look, we're not going to talk any discussions about transfers until the end of the World Cup. But all season long, we've had this whole thing with Enzo Fernandez, whether he's staying, whether he's going, if he's going to do this, if he's going to do that. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't leave, because he is a key player for Chelsea. And obviously I don't want him to leave. But at the same breath, I understand if you're getting knocked from, you know, places like Real Madrid, with high ambitions like Enzo Fernandez. He just wants to be at a club that's winning. And obviously at the moment, Chelsea aren't going through that. That's not to say next season we won't be, because with, you know, Alonso, it's going to be completely different. He is our manager. He ain't a coach. He is the manager. So that's what I'm kind of saying. Maybe Enzo Fernandez should hold it out and see what the ambitions of Alonso are. Because obviously at the moment, there's been a lot of close talks around Chelsea potentially signing Kylian Mbappe, which I think is absolutely nuts, which I don't think it will happen. But if that is true, then surely Enzo Fernandez must see that and think maybe there is some ambition there from Alonso. Like I said, the main thing is he's not a head coach like Maresca was, or like Liam Rosenior was, or what Graham Potter was, or Pochettino. He is the manager, which is the biggest part of it all. So I hope Enzo Fernandez stays, but then in the same breath, if a player doesn't want to be at the club, I'd rather him move on instead of bringing that sort of atmosphere to the club. And yeah, I do kind of understand when his ambitions are quite high and he wants to be in the best competitions, win all the best prizes, which is fair enough. You know, you can't blame a player like that. My only question will be is if he leaves us to go to Man City. I know Man City are winning things, but I wouldn't say they're obviously better than us at the moment, of course, but I wouldn't say that that's kind of a step up at the moment. Obviously, they're going for a change with Maresca coming in. They might go on and win a four-piece. You know, they might go on and win the Premier League, Carling Cup, FA Cup and Champions League next season. Who knows? But, yeah, if I'm Enzo Fernandez, your only goal is really Real Madrid, because he's absolutely been gagging or twerking for him, as people like to say. But, yeah, going into the Sunderland game, we should win. I'm going to hopefully say a 3-1, 2-1. I know it's going to be tricky at home to Sunderland, but it's the last game of the season, so I hope our boys give it them all. Obviously, we've had a lot of shock with the World Cup squads coming out. Tuchel's finally released his. No Cole Palmer, no Colwell. And personally, for me, the huge miss in the England squad is no Gibbs White. I think that is mental. With the season he's had, Gibbs White to be left out is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'm going to say 3-1 to Chelsea against Sunderland. My lineup will be as shown on the screen. So we'll go Rob Sanchez in goal. We're going to go with the back line of Reece James, Colwell, Hatto and Fofana with Cucurella on the left back. That's another player who wants to leave. Cucurella, we'll get to him in a second. Cucurella on left back. My midfield's going to be on... What am I doing? I'm doing a 5 at the back. I'm going to do the 2 midfielders of Andre Santos and Caicedo. And then Palmer, Enzo, João Pedro if he's fit up front. I reckon that's what it will be. You know, like I said, Cucurella leaving as well. I understand with a player like him, he wants to leave and wants to move on, and it's fine. It's just the fact that these players are all leaving to go to a rival club in Man City. If they go to this Spanish league, it's not too much of an issue because it's kind of like they're moving on to a club that's not going to affect us. But if we lose Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella to Man City, it's kind of we're boosting them and deflating ourselves. So we need to kind of be careful with that. But yeah, 3-1. That was the lineup as you saw on the screen. And that's all I got to say really. Obviously, like I said, I've been on holiday. Apologise that I haven't been uploading, but I thought I just needed the time off. Hope you guys understand, which I do. Which I know you will. But yeah, I've been JB Lion. Next video will be out on the Sunday when we do play. But yeah, I've been JB Lion. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you dudes, dudettes, and everyone else in the next video. Peace, guys. Woo! Up the Chelsea. Make sure you check the classic football shirt. Look out. Peace. Woo!